Let's start with a really provocative question.
Okay.
If we accept what a lot of science seems to be saying, that humans are just different from animals by a matter of, well, degree.
Meaning we're just smarter apes, basically.
Exactly, just more complex. What's the logical argument that stops us from treating, say, less capable humans the way we treat livestock?
And that very paradox, that's really the engine behind Mortimer J. Adler's book, The Difference of Man and the Difference It Makes.
And that's what we're digging into today.
Right. He's trying to build a solid, rational foundation for why every human being has rights and equality. Not just because we feel it's the right thing to do.
So this isn't just a thought experiment. He's trying to build a kind of moral architecture.
He absolutely is.
Yeah.
Because if the difference is only one of degree...
Like someone being taller or running a bit faster?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Then creating a hierarchy based on ability is perfectly logical.
And that opens a door to some really dark places.
A huge door. I mean, historically, that's the exact logic used to justify things like eugenics or slavery. The idea that one group is fundamentally superior to another.
So to counter that, the difference can't just be about degree. It has to be, what's the word he uses?
Radical. A radical difference in kind.
Meaning something every single human has, no matter their individual talents or development.
Yes. And for Adler, that radical difference is conceptual thought.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What's the real difference between what he calls conceptual thought and, well, just regular animal thinking?
Well, an animal definitely thinks. That's perceptual thought.
Like a dog recognizing its owner or a crow solving a puzzle to get food.
Exactly. That's all based on sensory input, on memory, on patterns. It's tied to the physical world. This stick, that face.
But conceptual thought is different.
It's a different operation entirely. It's the ability to think about things like justice or infinity, concepts that don't have a physical shape or form you can point to.
I see. So the animal thinks about the specific cat it's chasing, but a human can think about the universal idea of feline nature.
That is a perfect way to put it. It's that leap away from the purely physical.
And this is where it gets really interesting, technically speaking.
Yes, because Adler then asks a very pointed question. If our minds can grasp these non-physical concepts, how can the mind itself be purely physical?
Ah, so the brain is a physical thing, but the idea of justice isn't. So how does one produce the other?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
He suggests that this kind of thought seems to require what he called an immaterial power, something beyond just neurons firing.
And that's the mixed question where philosophy has to wait for science to weigh in.
Right. And back in 1967, when he wrote this, he basically said the jury's still out. Science hadn't resolved whether the brain alone was enough.
And you can feel the weight of this. The stakes are just massive.
They are. Because if he's wrong, if the difference is only one of degree...
Then our whole idea of universal human rights, of innate dignity, it's not a truth. It's just a preference we happen to have right now.
An arbitrary preference? But if he's right, if there is this radical difference in kind...
Then it grounds everything. It means every person, from a genius to a newborn baby, shares this essential nature.
And therefore deserves a fundamental level of respect. The whole moral and political order we've built rests on that foundation. If it goes, everything built on it is at risk.
So Adler left that scientific question open, but it's a challenge we're facing in a completely new way today, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And here's something for you to think about. When we see advanced AI, these machine learning models, generating incredibly human-like language, are they really thinking conceptually? Are they grasping the universal meaning of the words they use?
Or is it just the most complex, sophisticated pattern matching we've ever seen?
A kind of super advanced perceptual thought. That's something really vital to consider.